Well, today we have with us Surya Sekhar Ganguly, the winner of Belt and Road 2019. Ganguly, congratulations for winning such a big tournament.
Thanks, Sagar.
Surya, first question before we go to start looking at the games is the prize money. It's actually the highest that an Indian has won after Vishy Anand. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. I've never won, of course, anything close to this, and this will be very helpful for my training and so on. So yeah, I'm quite happy to win this prize fund.
Great, and
Mm.
as we can clearly feel from your voice that you are not so well, and yet you are doing this. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
How come
my voice is normally it sounds like Mohammed Rafi, but now it's a bit rough.
Mohammad Raf? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the same during the tournament as well. Yeah, you are not feeling well at all.
Oh, it was worse. It was much worse.
And how did you maintain to win such a strong event in such health?
Well, I mean, my condition was so bad that forget about any physical activities. I was basically I was not even able to walk.
Walk.
So
Oh my God.
walk, yeah. Like so, 1 or 2 days we tried to get some fresh air, but after 10 minutes I'll be so exhausted that it was simply not possible for me to walk.
Hmm.
So yeah, the thing is, I most of the time like I was sleeping 3 times a day. So night I will get like a sleep for like 9.5 hours. Then in the morning after preparation, I would sleep again for another 1 hour, and then again before the game another 1 hour. And this is happening when the game starts at 2 o'clock. So basically, after waking up, I would make sure I sleep 2 hours again. It was very tough, yeah. Like and
So
all the time I was
basically,
having,
it was about survival and not really about winning the tournament.
yeah. I mean, we were just taking one game a day, and yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Okay, okay. And we also saw a picture of you with your wife. So Sudeshna was there with you, yes?
yeah. I mean, I personally feel that if she would not have come to China, probably I mean, most likely I would have had to, withdraw from the tournament somewhere in the middle because my health condition was like extremely bad.
Okay. And so she took care of everything else apart from you playing on the board.
Sort of, yeah, like when like I was doing gargling and taking steam, let's say 5 to 7 times a day, and then medicines were on. But again, I would not take any allopathy medicine or antibiotics because that would make me weak. So that
Hmm.
was another obstacle. So she was not able to give me any medicine, but just just doing gargle steam, having ginger, having garlic, some homeopathy medicine. So that was the way I was surviving.
Okay,
Uh,
wonderful. So let's
yeah,
begin with the tournament. You were in round one playing against Taher Yoseph, and it was an accelerated dragon
yeah. We
position.
started with C4. I mean, I saw that he doesn't play much, and in C4 he didn't have that much experience. So I started with C4, then it moved to accelerated dragon, and yeah, then he played this A5 move. Yeah, it's not such a great move. I think knight DB5 is the most standard response.
Yeah.
And
Well, my thinking in this position was that usually black takes on d4 and after bishop d4 and then plays a5 so that knight doesn't jump to b5 and you
abs
took advantage of that. Is that right?
absolutely, yeah. I mean, knight d4 is very natural move here. And on move 9, like if you play bishop d7, then sometimes white plays knight c2, yeah, because now that black cannot play knight d7. So most natural move here is to take on move 9 to take on d4. I
Yes.
think he simply confused the move order or something. Uh, and yeah, when I played 13 f4, it's already very pleasant position. I'm threatening e5. And I was a bit surprised to see Queen F5 because it sort of directly allows E5. And yeah, then there was this nice moment. I mean, I played E5, he played Rook D8, Knight D5 against again very natural. And when he took 17 D into E5, there was this interesting idea that I could play, let's say, knight C7 here, knight D C7 here,
Hmm.
with the idea, so if you play rook B8, then I take on D8 and play bishop A7, then the rook is trapped.
Yeah.
So knight D C7, I thought maybe he will take rook D1. I take rook D1. He goes rook B8. Now I go bishop A7, knight A7, rook D8 check, bishop F8, and then I play knight A7. And there is this beautiful queen, and okay, I'm winning on C8. So I
Wow.
thought knight D7 could be interesting. But the problem was he could take rook D1, and instead of rook B8, he could take EF4. And
Mhm.
this bothered me a bit, yeah.
Right. And there's no good square for your bishop. If you go to bishop b6, perhaps.
Yeah, well, then he plays maybe rook B8
Okay.
because then, like, he has taken this extra pawn also. So
Right.
so I didn't want that. And then I was very fascinated with this idea. Like, I had seen this before, but I thought knight D7 could be more cleaner. But then when I spotted E4, I thought, no, let's stick to this plan. Knight E7 check, king F8, takes, knight C7, rook B8, bishop A7. So this, when I played bishop A7, it's sort of nice geometry. Yeah, like I have my knight on E7, another knight on C7, and bishop on A7.
Yeah.
So, but it was very important that when I play knight E7 check, I had to calculate that, of course, you would take king E7, I would play knight D5 check, king E8, bishop B8, EF4. And it's very important that I have bishop takes F4 because
Hmm.
otherwise he has bishop D4 check, and I need bishop E3 to to stop this bishop D4 threat.
Right.
So yeah, so like when I played this knight E7 thing, I had to make sure that I have this bishop F4 idea. And then once it took bishop B2, rook E1, knight E6, bishop F3 is natural. He
Yeah.
plays knight C5. So when I played rook E1 on move 25, I had to see this move 28, which is sort of very important. That he plays knight C5, bishop E3, knight D3, and now rook D1 is very natural, yeah, because he was threatening. But
Hmm.
rook D1, he simply goes back knight C5 or puts the other knight to C5. Knight EC5 he plays.
Okay.
So here rook E2 is very important. It doesn't create an immediate threat, but now I am sort of threatening bishop E4, and with the move rook E2, I managed to fix the D3 knight, the E6 knight, and I'm threatening two more threats. I'm threatening bishop E4 is one, and the other threat is to play knight B6. Then either you play bishop D7 or king D8. In either way, your black's king will eventually land up in D8 when I'll have rook D2 pin, and I'll pick up the D3 knight.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Nicely
he play,
seen.
yeah. So this was sort of nice combination. So he plays A3, knight B6, and now I got my ideas. Knight B4, knight C8. Yeah, knight B4 is sort of forced. Yeah, like as you mentioned in your report, bishop D7 sort of loses the piece.
Yeah. If you go there, then takes and rook d2. That loses the
Yeah,
piece. So
yeah,
knight b4 and now knight c8, knight a2, and
yeah.
here.
I had seen knight A2, knight D6, king F8, knight B5. Until this, I had seen. And when he played knight B4, my original idea was to play knight A3, B3, bishop B7, which is, I think, much simpler. But somehow I don't know what happened. Like I got a little bit attracted with rook B2 and bishop E4. I thought with these two bishops, this should be trivial. I don't think that I made a mistake after that endgame came, like with these two bishops. But clearly, taking on A3 on move 33 was a much simpler way to finish it off.
Sure. But this was relatively a very clean game, and I guess it already set the tone for the entire tournament for you.
Yeah, yeah, this was a smooth game. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So Lano again, honestly speaking, I did not expect that she will play a third move knight C3. She normally plays knight D2, and I saw. I mean, I of course know what Grischuk plays, so I also studied a little bit of Grischuk's game,
Mm-hmm.
and I made sure that yeah, to see what Grischuk is doing during this period. Yeah, like will she be helping Kateryna, Lana for this game or not? And then I saw that Grischuk was uh, playing, and he was in second position. Yeah, in mostly in GCT. So there
Hmm.
was no chance that Grischuk could have any time. So that was quite nice. So, anyways, I mean, she played knight c3, which was totally unexpected, and she chose a line which Batu gives in his book, well, Parimarjan Negi. Yeah?
Yeah,
Uh, so, in his famous French book, he recommended this line from White side.
right.
So, let's say until I think until move move 14, Negi says exclamation Queen e3, and then this idea Queen b6 knight d4 knight c5. Parimarjan does not he didn't give in the book. Of
So
course, I mean
Queen E3 according to him is a good move. Yeah, there is also
it's
Queen F3 that can be played here.
well, both Queen f3 and Queen h3 are met with knight e5. The point is, if you play Queen f3, Black takes on e5 twice, and the tactical point is you cannot take on h5 because after g6, Queen h6, knight g4, the Queen on h6 is trapped.
Ah, okay.
So that's why Queen e3. And Negi gives a lot of variations here. But as you mentioned in your report, yeah, there was this correspondence game which I was of course aware about to play Queen b6, Knight d4, Knight c5, g4, Knight d3, Queen d3, and Bishop d7. Very important.
Yeah, I felt like if someone doesn't prepare this line, he can never make a move like Bishop D7. Yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely.
this is just simply very high level preparation, and I think credit should go to you for working on this tremendous opening.
Well, I mean, I didn't have to do much here because I know this is a very expected area. I mean, people do follow books. So if I'm playing this line, I should at least know what is the antidote for Negi's variation.
Right.
So I mean, I really didn't expect this would happen in on this particular day. But luckily, I remembered this stuff. GH5 F6, and now, yeah, like 19 HG6, the variation which you gave until Rook F7, King D8. Yeah, I have it cleaned out until a force perpetual. Basically, it ends in a draw. Uh,
Okay. This one ends
so
in a draw. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and EF6, Knight F4, Bishop F4, E5. The lines are extremely messy here, but with correct play, it's a draw.
Okay.
So yeah, there are many moves. Like even uh, yeah, on move 19, EF6 and HG6 are main move, but even after EF6, Knight F4, Bishop F4, E5, there are various ways White can play, but it's essentially ending in a draw. But again, if White doesn't know, White can get into some real trouble.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So
No.
she played,
She played Bishop G5 here, which was a mistake. Yes.
yeah, yeah, that is clearly a mistake. She had to take on E5. That's very clear.
Take on E5, Rook A8, and short castle might have been. I mean, it looks really crazy position. Uh,
Yeah,
she played Bishop G5, and now after Queen D4 takes and ED4,
yeah,
you
it's just
just
I'm just better slightly. Yeah,
risk-free advantage for you.
yeah, and I was a little bit surprised when after Bishop F6 she did not play Bishop H6. I was expecting she'll play Bishop H6, Rook F7, now Rook D4, in order to force me to play Bishop C6 and not to allow my bishop to come to E4.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
okay, anyway, that was also worse. But she played Bishop F4, and then I had a chance to. I mean, I immediately got the chance to put my bishop on E4, Rook D4, Bishop E4. Yeah, check King H7, Rook G3. I have to protect the pawn, and she played Rook D1. Yeah, here I thought it makes sense to change one rook and then play Rook Bishop versus Rook Bishop. Because once I change one rook, there is also some back rank issues that White has to take care of. And once I change one rook, there is no attack which she can create on G file. So that's
Yeah.
why I changed one rook. and I played d4. Yeah, basically after d4 she has to play h6. I didn't see what else she can do. Rook e8. After the game, she told me she missed bishop d5. So when she played rook g7 check, king h8, rook d7, she essentially missed bishop d5.
Ah, okay.
I was thinking if she can play bishop g3 here, and after rook e3 to give rook d8 check. The point is, if king h7, she can again give rook d7 check. So which means after 34, bishop g3, rook e3, rook d8 check, I have to play bishop g8. Then she plays bishop f2, rook f3, bishop e1. But I'll simply play rook f4, and I thought I'll eventually win this position.
Right.
I, I mean, I'm just better. I don't know if it's winning or not.
Yeah.
So she played rook king b1, and yeah, I didn't check the game with computer, so I don't know. It looked like white should have some defense, but I was really least bothered during the game. I was like, whatever best practical problems I can pose, I'll do that.
Yeah, I think overall, maybe there are some chances for white, but not so clear. Like you always had an advantage.
Yeah. So then I saw this rook pawn endgame, rook e1 check, bishop c1 takes, bishop a2, king a2, rook c1. She must take on d4 because king b3 I have rook d1. So rook d4 take, king b3, rook d2. And I think rook c4 is a mistake, but I also understand that rook c4 is a very natural move to make.
Yeah.
And when I went for this rook pawn endgame, I had seen rook c4. My original idea was to play rook d6 immediately, but then I improvised because I thought why not to add c2 and king b2 and then play rook d6.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, the point is, yeah, now you cannot play king c2. And once she played rook c2, I have this rook b6 check, forcing king a2. And now I grab the pawns, king h7, rook c5, king h6. Here she could have given more stubborn defense, I think, with rook f5. I mean, it's still very difficult. And I mean, during the game, I was not really trying to think if I'm winning or not. It's just like white's position is much difficult to play, and that's what it matters.
Yeah.
So I think she blundered with a4 here because after rook b4, king a3. King a3 she sort of had to play, yeah, because if she plays a5 now, then I can even play. No, then I just take on h4 and she cannot even approach my pawns. So yeah, so she has to play king a3, rook h4, rook c7, and then I had seen this cute idea that I first play rook h3 check because there is no king b4. I have rook h1, so king b2 is forced, and now to play king g6, and then I get my rook behind the pawns. So rook b7, rook h7, rook b8, and now last final important move, rook c7. It's cut off, and now I simply push my f pawn all the way to f2. She can get her king to b5, pawn to a6, but I will get my king to f1, pawn to f2, and then she can either control e file or g file. Whichever file she controls, I'll control the other file, and then I'll put my king on that file. And yeah, that's winning basically.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, after a certain point, after king e4, she realized this is what is going to happen, and then she resigned.
Okay, great game. I think opening preparation and also end game technique absolutely flawless. I mean, almost flawless. So, 2 out of 2. And then you faced in the third round the Vietnamese GM Nguyen Ngoc Trong.